welcome back everyone. It's a pleasure to have you joining me. Welcome back to Actual English. My name is Jennifer Clyde. Wow, we are almost at lesson 80. Well, it's time for lesson 79. And today's topic is goals. We talked about stress. Now let's talk about something positive. Something worth looking forward to. Okay, we all have goals, aims in life, things that we want to accomplish in life. So what are your goals right now? You may have one, you may have more than one. So is there something that you're aiming for? Is there something that you want to accomplish? Is there something that you strongly desire? Okay, so what are your goals? Let's talk about that today. Let's begin with our first segment. It's time for Actual Talk.
Hey Peter, someone asked me recently what my dream was. And I was like, I don't have a dream anymore.
You have no goals in life?
Well, my first goal in life was to get a little taller.
Yeah.
That failed.
Well, I don't think you had any control over that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at a height that I was at when I was in grade 7.
Okay.
So that didn't work out. I think my goal in life right now, well, I think other people have made this goal for me, is to get married. I mean, what are your goals?
Well, I think when I was younger, I had much loftier goals, like to change the world
To become
through
the president?
science. I was kind of a mad scientist. That was my goal. And things changed. Now I actually have posted about this recently. Just a picture of a lounge chair and on a deck and a lake behind it, and that's my goal. Now,
Wow.
I just want to get that lake property in Minnesota at some point, so we can have our dogs running around, the kids can play in the water, things like that.
What should a goal be? Should I dream big, or should I think of attainable goals, small steps?
Well, you should have a little bit of both, I think. You should have some small attainable goals that you can make progress towards, and then that one big goal that you kind of work towards your whole life, and maybe you get there.
What if I don't get there?
But life is about the journey, not the destination.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I think the best goals are really more to enjoy life than to...
Hey, thanks for those
Actually,
words of advice.
I think we should just go enjoy today.
Now, I would have to say that I'm very much like Joanne. When someone asks me, so what's your goal, or what are your goals in life, I have to sit and think for a while. I say, what are my goals? I don't know. My goals tend to change all the time. But Peter knows exactly what he wants to do with his life. He's talked about how he had big goals, right? Lofty goals when he was young. And right now, he has a goal. He wants to buy property back in the States, his hometown, and a nice place for his kids to run around and play in, and maybe some dogs to run around with them, to play with them. So he does have wonderful goals, but he did point out that the whole point is to enjoy life. I think so too. It's most important to really enjoy the present. Be thankful for the present and what you have, and then whatever comes in the future, it will come. You can worry about those things later on. Anyhow, let's take a look at today's Actual Talk conversation and check out what they mentioned in Actual Talk. Now, of course, Joanne began by saying, hey, Peter, someone asked me recently what my dream was. Now, we're talking about a past situation. Somebody already asked her. A friend could have asked her. Someone asked me, so it should be what my dream was. Okay? And I was like, I don't have a dream anymore. So Peter's quite surprised when he hears this. He says, you have no goals in life? That's very Peterish, okay? Peter-like. You have no goals in life? You don't have any goals in life? And then Rachel says, well, my first goal in life was to get a little taller. So she's talking about her very first goal in life. perhaps when she was a lot younger. And then she said that failed miserably, terribly. I think my goal in life right now is to get married. So let's take a look at this here, okay? We've got a pattern here for you. My goal in life is to do something, is to become something, for example, right? Or is to be something. So what she's saying right now, at this moment, my goal in life is to get married. So I guess that is the most important thing to her right now at this moment. What are your goals? She asks. Now, notice that she is asking Peter the same question that she was asked. So the stress would go on your. Peter asked her, what are your goals in life, Joanne? And then she answered the question. She's asking the question back. 너는 어떠니? Even in Korean, we say 너는 어떠니? 너의 강세주잖아요. Even in English, what are your goals? So Peter, what are your goals? And Peter says, well, I think when I was younger, I had much loftier goals compared to his goals right now. The word here is loftier, L-O-F-T-I-E, but the word itself is lofty, L-O-F-T-Y. Think of a loft. 로프트 하잖아요. A loft is usually not exactly second floor, but it's a higher floor within first floor or within a certain floor. And it's usually elevated at a higher position. So lofty means superior, okay? Elevated, higher in quality, higher than, for example. So he's saying, when I was younger, I had bigger goals, for example. Okay, I had bigger goals. And then he says, and then Joanne says, to become the president? That's a lofty goal, a huge goal. He says, no, things change. Yes, our goals change, our ideas change, our thoughts change. And he says, now I actually posted a picture of a lounge chair on a deck and a lake behind it. So he's perhaps starting to talk about his goal. He's talking about a picture that he posted or uploaded, right? I posted a picture of a lounge chair, which is a very comfortable chair, okay? A very comfortable chair on a deck. What is a deck? A deck is usually flat-surfaced, and it usually extends from a home, okay? And it is not roofed. So it is an unroofed area, like a platform that extends from a house. So often I think in the countryside, you will see houses with flat surfaces, decks, for example, that extend from the house. So you can sunbathe, have a cup of coffee, enjoy the scenery. So he's talking about that. And then he mentions a lake behind it. So perhaps a lake behind the house with a deck. And that's my goal. That is my goal now. Wow. So maybe he wants to live in a place like this. Moving on, he says, I just want to get that lake property in Minnesota. Lake property. He's talking about real estate, the land he just mentioned in Minnesota at some point. Okay? At some point is a phrase we'll be taking a look at today, an expression. At some point means in the future. Okay? But it's slightly different. Sometime in the future. In the future, someday. One day in the future. You're not sure exactly when, but it's someday or one day in the future. You would say at some point. So he's saying, yeah, I want to get that lake property in Minnesota at some point so we can have our dogs running. The kids can play in the water and things like that. So he's talking about his goals. Now, Joanne says, what should a goal be? Yeah, what should a goal be? I don't know. She says, should I dream big? We all know the word dream. We often have dreams at night when we go to sleep. You can also have a dream. That's right. Not when you sleep, but you can hope for something to happen. You can desire something and have a dream, right? You can dream of becoming the president, for example. Now, to dream big means to have big dreams. Okay? So she says, what should a goal be? Should I dream big? Should I have big goals, big dreams? Or should I think of attainable goals? Attainable is achievable, something you can accomplish, something you can gain, okay? So I would say if you say that something is an attainable goal, it's not much of a very difficult goal, okay? It is a goal that you can achieve. So she's saying, should it be big or should it be, attainable? An attainable goal or goals. Small steps, meaning should I take small steps or take big steps and hope for something really big? Well, he says, well, you should have some small. We're talking about some, a bit of both, okay? A little bit of A and B. Some small attainable goals that you can make progress towards, that you can work to achieve, and then that one big goal that you work towards your whole life, your whole entire life for many, many years, and maybe you'll get there. Now, get there does not necessarily mean to physically arrive at a certain location. He means get there as in achieve something, okay? So you should have small attainable goals and even some big goals. And if you work hard and take your time, yes, you will be able to get there, meaning achieve your goals. Joanne's worried if she says, what if I don't get there? What if I can't achieve those goals? What if I don't achieve my goals? Peter says, life is about the journey, not the destination. Now, this is actually a quote by somebody. This is a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Basically means to live in the present. The journey. Life is about the journey. Your life, the present, not the destination, meaning not the place you will arrive in the future. So don't worry so much about the future. Enjoy life right now at the moment, okay? Well, she agrees. That's a good point. So I think the best goals are really more to enjoy life, he says. And then, of course, Joanne thanks him by saying, thanks for those words of advice. And Peter says, I think we should just go and enjoy today. That's a start. Yeah, the whole point was to enjoy life, right? Life is about the journey, not the destination. So that is exactly how they end the conversation. You may agree, you may disagree, but have a listen to the actual talk conversation one more time.
Hey, Peter. Someone asked me recently what my, dream was. And I was like, I don't have a dream anymore.
You have no goals in life?
Well, my first goal in life was to get a little taller.
Yeah.
That failed.
Well, I don't think you had any control over that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at a height that I was at when I was in grade 7.
Okay.
So that didn't work out. I think my goal in life right now, well, I think other people have made this goal for me, is to get married. I mean, what are your goals?
Well, I think when I was younger, I had much loftier goals, like to change the world
To become
through
the president?
science. I was kind of a mad scientist. That was my goal. And things changed. Now I actually have posted about this recently. Just a picture of a lounge chair and on a deck and a lake behind it, and that's my goal. Now,
Wow.
I just want to get that lake property in Minnesota at some point, so we can have our dogs running around, the kids can play in the water, things like that.
What should a goal be? Should I dream big, or should I think of attainable goals, small steps?
Well, you should have a little bit of both, I think. You should have some small attainable goals that you can make progress towards, and then that one big goal that you kind of work towards your whole life, and maybe you get there.
What if I don't get there?
But life is about the journey, not the destination.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I think the best goals are really more to enjoy life than to...
Hey, thanks for those
Actually,
words of advice.
I think we should just go enjoy today.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now time for actual expressions. As you see, we've got some words for you, 3 for you. The first one is lofty. In today's actual talk conversation, as you saw earlier, the word was spelled L-O-F-T-I-E-R, loftier goals. The word actually stems from lofty, lofty. Some synonyms are superior, soaring, even challenging. Okay, we talked about elevated, something high up there. So in other words, something big, bigger goals. At some point meaning somewhere out there. Okay, in the future, someday, one day in the future. You're not exactly sure of the exact date, but you know it will happen someday. You can say at some point. Attainable means achievable, even accomplishable, able to accomplish. Now, you can talk about attainable goals now. You can talk about lofty goals the next time you happen to talk about your goals or aims in life. Now, let's move on to some patterns. Okay. My, his, her, our, their. Dream is to plus verb. Okay. Don't get confused. All right. Don't let that confuse you. My, his, her, our, their, your, for example. You can use all that. Just remember, dream is to do something or be something or become something. Add a verb. Here is a sample sentence. My dream is to be successful in what I do. You can end the sentence here. My dream is to be successful. But if you want to be successful in what you do, in your work field, you can say, in what I do. One more time. My dream is to be successful in what I do. My dream is to be successful in what I do. What about this one? Her dream as a child, for example, was to become a film director. Her dream was to become a film director. Often we can be successful, but often when you want to become some sort of person like the president, a pilot, a musician, or even a dancer or a film director, I would say it's better to use become than be. Okay? Her dream was to become a film director. Moving on to our next one. Same here, don't let that confuse you. Let's move on to goal or goals in life is or are to, and then verb. It's a very similar pattern, but let's practice, okay? One of my goals, we're talking about one of your many goals, that's why it is. Although it's goals, we're talking about one of many. One of my goals is to have financial freedom. What does that mean? Have financial freedom. Be free from financial problems or worries. Meaning, one of my goals is to have financial freedom, be able to not worry about money, which means, I guess, to be successful. Okay, another one. My goal in life has always been, meaning from a long time ago up to this point, even right now, this is your goal. My goal in life has always been to live a happy and healthy life. This is one of my goals, so let's do it together, okay? My goal in life has always been to live a happy and healthy life, okay? Okay, moving on to our next pattern. Life is about. What did Peter say? Life is about, that's right, it's all about enjoying the present and not worrying about the future. Life is about the journey, not the destination, right? Here we go. What do you think life is about? You can make it into a question. What do you think life is about? Tell me, what is life about? Okay, let's answer the question then. I think life is all about. This is just emphasizing, you're stressing it. I think life is about making the right choices. 옳은 선택을 하는 게, 그렇죠. Okay, anyhow, let's do it again. I think life is all about making the right choices. making less mistakes. Although we all make mistakes, I think life is mostly about making the right choices. Okay, what about this one? Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. And this is also a quote by George Bernard Shaw. Earlier on, Peter did mention that quote by the same person. It was, life is about what? The journey, not the destination. But I would agree with this. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. You make who you are, right? Okay, so that is a wrap for today's actual expressions.
My goals in life, that's a really difficult question for me, as I said before, because I have no idea what I'm going to do with my future. But I know that one of my goals is I want to be happy. Whatever I do, whatever job I have, wherever I live, I want to be happy. I want to be working in something that really makes me happy. I don't want to be stressing out about something and doing something that I don't like. And also, since I love traveling, I think to travel as much as possible, that will also be like one of my goals, like happiness. Travel as much as possible and be healthy, try to be healthy. But yeah, if I could find a job related with traveling, that would be the perfect match for me right now. So I'm going to try to work harder to go into that direction and make my dream come true.
Okay, that was actual story with Patricia once again. Patricia, I'm sorry if we stressed you out today once again by asking you what your goal or goals in life are because, yeah, she did mention that she was stressed out or she got stressed out because of all those worries, because she was unable to decide what to do with her life. But let's check out what she said about goals in life. She said, I know that one of my goals, once again, one is the focus, so that should be related to is, okay? I know that one of my goals is to be happy. I agree with you, absolutely. Let's try it one more time. I know that one of my goals is to be happy. And then she moves on, whatever I do, whatever job I have, wherever I live, I want to be happy. So take a look. Whatever I do, whatever job I have, basically meaning almost the same thing, okay? And also wherever I go or wherever I live, point is, I want to be happy. So she is stressing the fact that happiness is very important to her. It is one of her goals, right? So whatever I do, whatever job I have, wherever I live, I want to be happy. I want to be doing something that really makes me happy. It's all about happiness, I guess. Yeah, to do something you enjoy is really important. So I want to do something that really makes me happy. I want to live my life doing things that make me happy too. So I agree with you, Patricia. Another one. Also, since I love traveling, wonderful way to begin. So far she talked about what her goal was, but now she's talking about what she enjoys in life. Since I love traveling, my goal is to travel as much as possible. Since I love to cook, well, you can say my goal is to cook as much as possible or learn to cook, okay? So talk about your interests, your hobbies, and then, connect it with my goal is to so-and-so. Okay, let's move on. If I could find a job related to, now I believe that Patricia mentioned related with traveling. This is a smoother way, okay? Related to. If I could find a job related to traveling, that would be perfect for me, okay? A perfect match was what Patricia mentioned actually, but a perfect match would actually be a pair of something. Usually a perfect match would be a male and a female. Joanne and Peter are a perfect match for each other. It means they are meant for each other. But in this case, I would say throw out the match, and this sounds a lot more natural. One more time. If I could find a job related to traveling, that would be perfect for me. And here we go with one last one. So, I am going to try to work harder to go in that direction. Okay, go in that direction. 그 방향으로 가는 거죠. Okay, and make my dream come true. So she's saying she's going to try to work really hard. Try to work harder, even harder, to go in that direction. She's not going to stop. She's going to continue to try and make sure that her dream comes true. So best of luck to you, Patricia, and to everyone out there. Hope you practice this corner as well with your friend or even on your own, okay? Practice makes perfect.
My goals in life, that's a really difficult question for me, as I said before, because I have no idea what I'm going to do with my future. But I know that one of my goals is I want to be happy. Whatever I do, whatever job I have, wherever I live, I want to be happy. I want to be working in something that really makes me happy. I don't want to be stressing out about something and doing something that I don't like. And also, since I love traveling, I think to travel as much as possible, that will also be like one of my goals, like happiness. Travel as much as possible and be healthy, try to be healthy. But yeah, if I could find a job related with traveling, that would be the perfect match for me right now. So I'm going to try to work harder to go into that direction and make my dream come true.
Now, of course, to achieve or accomplish our goals, we all have to work very, very hard, and we must go in that direction. And hopefully, our dreams will come true in the future. I wish you all the best of luck as we talked about goals today. So, the next time you have a chance to talk about your goals, imagine that you are doing an interview and do a wonderful job. Practice, everyone. Okay, we've got some great expressions for you in today's lesson. Now, next time I'll be joining you, and let's talk about the essentials. Essential. Some of the things that are very, very important, that are necessary. Things you cannot live without. Okay, that is our next topic, essentials. But before that, in the meantime, come and visit us at our homepage. Come on over to www.ebse.co.kr and search for Actual English with Jennifer. Come by, swing by, and say hello. Okay, until next time, take care and bye for now.